Hello you plonkers, and welcome back to a video on the Druzy channel. We've got an exciting one today, boys and girls. I am currently on the way to the Fox Footy season launch. I was lucky enough to make the final six for the KO call-up, so they've invited me down to the Fox Footy season launch to shoot some stuff for my own channel, which is very nice. I feel like this is the first time I've actually entered like the somewhat circle of the AFL media. So it's good that after all these years of making YouTube videos and you guys watching, that I get invited to things like this. So shout out to you for making this happen. But first things first, I need a coffee. What time is this, Seth Graham?
10:29. Don't mind my phone.
Matthew Bavlich.
Yeah. Who? What's that? 10:29.
What time did I say I'd be here?
10:15.
No, I said 10:28, bro. Come on.
I've only been here for 15 minutes, mate. I was actually 5 minutes late as well, and usually don't hear yet, so. Cheers.
Knight to be for Bishop. Checkmate.
Good morning.
Morning, mate. How are you? That probably wasn't worth it. There's pepper all over the table.
William.
What are you going to ask to Brad Johnson?
Who's your favourite footy player?
Oh, jeez.
He's going to say
come on.
Bontempelli.
Marcus Bontempelli's going to be there. And he's doing like media early on.
I'm most scared to ask a question to.
Matthew Pavlich if he's there. Oh, actually Gary Lyon, I feel like he'd just be like, come on mate, get it done. Yeah, who would you be most scared to ask a question to?
Oh, I reckon Chief. I love the Chief.
Yeah, I reckon Chief's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just probably wouldn't go up to him. I'd go up to the more approachable ones. You scared of anyone, Sedge?
Women.
DJ for the evening.
No, not for the evening. It's just for
You got any drum and bass on your USB, bro?
negative.
After hearing Checkers had no drum and bass on his USB, I was out of there. I listened to the Bont get peppered by the media, I listened to Ebony Marinoff, and I sort of awkwardly stood here and filmed Jonathan Brown and some of the biggest heads at Fox Footy. I watched Schrader Aid put on a clinic with some of the biggest names in footy, and now it's my turn.
I'm here with the legend Nathan Buckley going through some season predictions. Bucks, do you see any stars on the rise this year that'll make the All-Australian side for the first time? Any names that have stuck out to you over the pre-season or last year?
Yeah, I think there's probably quite a few. Wanganeen Miller hasn't made an All-Australian team, and he's one that I've liked for a long time. Whilst we're on St Kilda, Darcy Wilson. Trying to think of the guys that haven't been there yet. Ashcroft hasn't because of his ACL injury, and he's shown his top end talent. Oh look, there's going to be a whole raft of names that I'm going to miss, but the reality is those young blokes that have played 3 or 4 seasons now that have shown great talent. They put a season together, like they could be in the All-Australian pretty easily.
Do you think like the modern game differs to that a few decades ago when you were back, that like these players come in as young stars of the comp, they sort of get into their footy like seriously more early, and then you have these guys like Wanganeen Miller, like Ashcroft, who's already run a Norm Smith medal in like his 2nd or 3rd year of footy. Do you think it's different from when you were playing?
I think Tim Watson played at 15 back in the day, so and was playing a really important role for the team. Brad Hardy won a Brownlow in his first year. Gavin Wanganeen was winning Norm Smith pretty early, so I think you can take the era out of it. If you're a good enough talent and you find the right team environment at the right time, you can have young guys that really step up and have profound impacts on their team and play elite football. So I think the pathway is definitely better. So you're more likely to see young blokes come in and impact. But it has happened in the past.
Yeah, fair play. And then just one more. Who's your pick for the flag this year? Is there any team that stands out to you? It's pretty even competition at the moment, but who do you like?
Yeah, I reckon it'll either be GWS or Brisbane or Sydney or Fremantle.
Take your pick. Do you like the Dockers to win the flag this year? Do you like their chances?
It would be a big call to come out of the 8 and be able to do it. They were a top 4 side for all of 24 and then just fell over at the last couple of hurdles. So I do like what they've been able to put together, but it's a big difference between having the potential to do something and then actually going and doing it. It's a tough competition, but they should be thereabouts.
You've worked closely with JL. I'm a Freo fan. What gives you confidence that he's going to give us that first premiership?
I just think he's so measured. He's got a lot of flack, in his early stages. Well, I think the club list management and administratively, they've made really good decisions. They've been able to recruit really well, and they've been able to develop young talent really well. So I think they're the three reasons why I think that they're in a really good shape to be able to, find out how good they can be.
Yeah.
I think they sort of opened up the floodgates a little bit and were a little bit more attacking throughout the year last year, and I think that's the way the game's going. If you need to be an aggressive offensive unit to be able to challenge the best defensive sides, and I thought Freo's stepped into that last year, and I think they can take it to another level next.
Beautiful. That excites me. Thanks for your time, Bucks. I appreciate it.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
Right. I'm here with Dwayne Russell and Hutto for some season predictions here. Jens, who do you think could make the top 4 this year that wasn't in last year? So one to hop up into the top 4.
Freo, I reckon, will be up there.
Good answer.
Top 4. You got one?
Did Hawthorn make it last year?
Yeah, not
top 4. They didn't make top 4, so see how much thought I put into this. Hawthorn for me.
Good call. I like the Freo call. It's a Freo man, Dwayne.
Everyone's jumping on the Freo bandwagon.
No. Freo, I reckon we'll get you want a big prediction?
Go for it.
We'll get a first-time premiership winner this year. Either the Giants or Freo. They play in the grand final.
Or Gold Coast.
Oh, well, let's not push it.
You said first time.
Let's not push it, Hutto.
Let's
Honestly,
go the Suns.
I've got more trust in Freo and the Giants. They've at least been there before.
Yeah.
Freo versus Giants at the MCG. Who gets the win?
Freo v Giants MCG.
On grand final day.
I'm a bit of a Giants man. I'm on their bandwagon early. It's not a popular choice. I should have said Collingwood. Oh, for the hits.
Yep.
Collingwood wins the flag this year.
Who wins the flag for you, Hutto?
Well, I tipped Brisbane last year, and this year I'm still trying to absolutely decide. But at this stage, I'm going to go the Lions back to back.
I agree. I actually do like that pick. And the first time All-Australian superstar to emerge on the scene this year. As a Freo fan, we had Hayden Young, Josh Tracy, who I think are good shouts for it this year. But is there any superstars in the comp that you could see making the All-Australian side this year?
Jason Horner-Francis, the Hornet.
Yep, hard to argue. And Will Day from Hawthorn for mine.
Cool.
Yep.
On back, Hayden Young. Thanks for your time, gents. Appreciate it a lot.
Thanks for making us famous.
Cheers, Hutto. Thank you. I'm here with the man, David King, for some pre-season predictions. Kingy, who's going to make the top 4 that didn't last year?
Top 4 that didn't last year, I think Fremantle. Best list in the comp. Shea Bolton on board. He's a wild card option up forward. Hayden Young, I think will go next level again. He's a very, very good player, and I think he'd be a lock for All-Australian type calibre this year. It's just a matter of how they play. Yeah. So if the coach comes to the party, I think they can win it, which is a statement, I guess, because they're not even in the 8 yet. But the competition's so even and so close. You've got a home ground advantage like they've got, and star factor players everywhere. You should be in contention.
I'm a Freo man, so that's music to my ears, Kingy. First time All-Australian, you mentioned Hayden Young there. Is there any others that come to mind?
I'll give you a wild card one, a real wild card one. I watched the Hawks a few times this pre-season, and everyone will talk about Will Day, but I think this kid in his second year, Nick Watson, he's just a freak. And I know we go early on these younger players, but he could kick 35, 40 goals for the year and still have his 25 to 30 touches playing that high half forward. So Mitchell loves him. We haven't seen him in the pre-season yet, which is generally a guy they're holding him back, but he's ripped him apart through the pre-season period. He wants to put on a show. He wants to excite. Let's ride him home. Let's hope he does.
What a pick, Nick Watson. And your pick for the flag. Who's going to take it out in 2025?
Well, I like Fremantle, but if it's not to be Fremantle, I think that the main contenders will probably be GWS. Brisbane will be there again, you would think. Geelong look really good through the pre-season period. Hawthorn looks seriously good. Real smoky. I think the old boys at Collingwood have got one more. They've got one more tilt in them, and Dan Houston on board, he could be a difference maker. I love their coach. He's so positive. It's about what they can achieve, what they can do. Who knows? They might have one last dance in them.
Last dance. Thanks for your time, Kingy. Appreciate it. Beautiful. Thanks a lot, mate. Appreciate it. Alrighty, I'm here with Adam Gilchrist and Gaz Lyon. Just some season predictions, gents. Who do you think will jump into the top 4 that wasn't in the top 4 last year?
I'm a buyer of Docker's stock. I think that their list is really solid. I think they've got every base covered. It's just whether they believe they're good enough.
I'm a Freo man, so I like to hear that. What Adelaide? Carlton?
They'll get there. They'll stay fit. They'll stay fit this year. They'll get up there.
Any All-Australian stars to emerge on the scene this year? First time All-Australians. Who do you like?
Did you watch the footy yesterday? Will Day from Hawthorn was almost a lock.
Yeah.
nearly a lot.
Yep. For you, Gilly, any new stars on the scene? First time All Australian.
Has TDK made it before?
No, he hasn't.
Yeah. You're going to see a strong Carlton influence in my answers, but if he stays fit, it's just a matter of time.
Beautiful. And your pick for the flag, guys. Who are you going with?
I'm on the Giants. I've gone out on a limb, but I'm on the Giants.
Giants.
Just that did catch me by surprise, that first answer in that earlier press time. Anyway, you backed it up with solid reasoning. Carlton.
Big shock.
Speaking of solid reasoning,
I've got none.
And we're back where we started. There we go. A day at the Fox Footy and KO season launch. An incredible experience just to share the room with some of footy's biggest names. Everyone was an absolute legend, looked after me, gave me plenty of time and had a good footy chat. Yeah, just an incredible experience. Today was just a good day to reflect on the journey so far. Having made content now for, I think this is my 6th year. To be in the same room with some of the biggest names in footy was just a nod to say that, you know, I'm on the right path and all this effort hasn't amounted to nothing. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to all you guys that have shown support in the channel over the years, because without you, I wouldn't be in this position I'm in. I wouldn't have moved to Melbourne. I wouldn't be meeting the people that I'm meeting. And you know, this dream is a hard one to chase, but days like today make it all worth it. So yeah, shout outs to all of yous. Stay tuned for more football content. It's not slowing down anytime soon. Great videos coming this year. Stay locked to the channel. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you soon.